All right. Welcome, basketball fans, to the HoopsTracker podcast, the go-to podcast for Colorado basketball fans, players, and coaches. We dive into all the basketball across the state, including insider news that is shaping the landscape of basketball. This is Jerry Howard, your host. Welcome to the show. We have a great show planned for you. We are 4 weeks away from official games starting, 2 weeks away from official practice starting. So let's dive into it. Latest news. Wow. Santana Sabus, who played for the Colorado Hoopsters, next season will be playing for Hardwood Elite. That is huge. It sent shockwaves through the basketball girls world. I was really surprised by this, but congratulations to Santana. Congratulations to Hardwood, because now they have a true point guard with Harper Dunn, with some of the other players coming back on that Hardwood team. This is going to be an amazing get for Hardwood. Other big news, Sienna Betts gets injured last week in a scrimmage at UC Riverside. She will not be playing in her first college game. She is on a day-to-day basis. We'll see if she gets to play this week. And Bri Crittendon visits Texas. This is huge because this is the 6th visit, and we'll talk more about this later. Wow, this came out on Friday. University of Denver is going to the WCC, the West Coast Conference. This makes perfect sense. Them being in the Summit League, that didn't make a lot of sense to me, but DU going into the WCC, all private schools, all West Coast, this is going to be a great opportunity for them. Now, Gonzaga, Washington State, and Oregon State are leaving the WCC next year to go into the Pac-12, go back to the Pac-12. But Gonzaga is leaving the WCC, which will make that very interesting as well. So congratulations to DU for making that move. Now, let's talk about the big news. Where will Bri go? She just finished her 6th visit, and she was at Texas this weekend, and she was accompanied by some other top recruits. Addison Bourne out of Missouri was also at Texas this weekend, also hearing rumblings. If they could land both of them, that would be amazing. The interesting thing is, where will Addison play and what will Bri play? Because Bri is going to be an impact player at the next level. She's had visits to Washington, Oregon, TCU, Tennessee, and Colorado. So we'll see. Will there be any more visits? I don't know, but I think they're going to be narrowing down their visits, or actually narrowing down their choices. And I think Bri's going to probably do a top 3. Maybe she'll just pick a school. We'll see how this goes. We will keep you posted because this is fun. We haven't had a player like this probably since Reagan Beers 5 years ago, because Lauren Betts already committed to Stanford. Sienna, she was locked in at UCLA by the beginning of her junior year. She already knew where she wanted to go. So this will be interesting to see. It'll be fun to watch. Now, you need to check out our interviews. We have brought some great interviews. We got J.R. Payne from the University of Colorado. We got her talking about her team. We are also releasing some others talking more about her career, getting to know these coaches. Vic Schaefer at University of Texas. We already published one story with him. We had another interview. It was really interesting. Do you want legacy? What are you going to do for your legacy? Are you going to choose legacy over money or vice versa? Great talk for recruits on how to pick a school and how to walk through this new landscape in college recruiting. Jeff Kamen from St. Mary's College. He was the former head coach at Long Beach State. He was actually an assistant JR's first year here at University of Colorado. Great interview. Talks about the WCC. And then we got Maddie Clark, Juliet Slater, London and Paris Taylor. We have other interviews. We got Kyla Hollier. We've got Peyton Jones talking about why she chose University of Utah. Tons of interviews. Check them out. They're definitely well worth looking at. Okay, let's dive into the CHSAA portal news of the week. Now, a lot of people don't know that CHSAA has a portal, but apparently they do, because there has been a ton of transfers over the last several years. Big news. Kiera and Kennedy Spellman have been cleared to play at Eagle Crest. day one, fully cleared. Not sure all the reasoning or things behind that, but they will be playing. And London and Paris Taylor got cleared when they transferred from Creek to Northfield, even though it seems really strange that their brother goes to Cherry Creek still. So not sure how that works. And then you've got Durden, who is the head coach at Smoky Hill. His daughter played at Denver South last year with her brother. This year, she transfers back to Smoky Hill. I don't know how that works because, yes, her dad is the coach, but she chose last year to go to Denver South, and her dad is also her club coach. And same for Ari Boyd, who left Cherry Creek, played this summer with Cherokee Trail, and then ends up at Smoky Hill. So Coach Durden's building a little bit of a dynasty down there, picking up some different players. The question is whether they will be cleared or not from CHSAA. And as we also mentioned in our last show, but CHSAA has moved to 2026. All the rankings will go through max preps. That means for seeding for playoffs, for all the classifications, for all the sports, which we've polled a lot of coaches in the last week, and they are not happy about this decision. Now, what's interesting, right? The ADs are the ones that generally vote, and the coaches are feeding information into there. So if they're not happy, why is the vote going the way it is? I don't know. Maybe we'll get Mike Kruger on, the CHSAA commissioner, and he can help explain that process for us. All right. So we are going to go through, because there's been a ton of commitments since July, actually since June, but Bri Crittendon, we already talked about, she's got a choice to make. She's got 6 schools. It's interesting that UCLA and Ohio State did not get a visit. Maybe there will be a visit in the future. We don't know, but we'll check. But Bri's got some decisions to make. Peyton Jones going to Utah. Paige Gilpatrick, the first to commit in the 26 class, is going to Boise State. Kinley Asp is going to Boston College. Kyla Hollier is going to CSU. And we got Aaliyah Broadus going to Wichita State. We got Grace Ward from Holy Family going to Smith College. Lauren Thompson at Chaparral. Izzy Johnson at Arapahoe, both going to Mines, which that's a really good get for Mines. And it's a great way for these young women to go get a phenomenal education. Addie Beck going to Simon Fraser up in Canada. And then Mairead Hardy from Denver East commits to San Diego State. Austin Duncan is going to Washburn. Juliet Slater, West Texas A&M. Shay Vigil, Fort Lewis. Cameron Gunter at Valor is going to George Washington out in the East Coast. Chloe Parker here at Riverdale Ridge is going to Air Force. Peyton Meineke, Riverdale Ridge, is going to Tennessee to run, not to play basketball, but to run. And this young lady can run a sub 5-minute mile, and she's probably one of the most athletic, one of the most impact players, because she can play soccer, track, cross country, and basketball. It's going to be amazing to watch this young lady run in college. And I believe over the weekend, she came in second at the 6A state championships. Big future ahead for Peyton. Congratulations. So if you've got news, we want to hear it. But next time, we're going to bring back our preseason rankings, and we're going to start talking about 6A, 5A, 4A, and a refresher on the new coaches, because congratulations to Chris Contreras, who was the coach at Denver North. He is now the coach at Prairie View High School. Congratulations to him. We've got a bunch of new coaches. Doherty's got a new coach. We've already talked about Mountain Vista has a new coach. Fort Collins, we've already interviewed that coach. So lots of new coaches, new faces on the scene. We'll be talking about that. And we're going to talk about some of these impact athletes that have made an impact in fall sports that play basketball. Peyton Meineke's one, but there's several others, and it's just been amazing to watch. But Jerry Howard, remember, HoopsTracker is your source for Colorado basketball, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the gym, and everyone have a great day.